see our boy Mob, and this country level
nigga's name is Mob?
These authors refuse to give kids a normal life. If you're a kid in anime, don't expect to be watching Disney Channel. That's 10, 11, 12, shit, you could be 5 years old. Just know you got responsibilities, little nigga. You gotta fight that kid, so it's the training. But I swear God, teachers be doing this on purpose. Don't get called back in for even 5 seconds, because they will.
Ain't no such thing as CPS in there. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing.
On your ass. And it will always be the one time you're not paying attention. Now he gotta stand there with the
That's just
last
school.
one.
That's just regular school.
I don't know. Damn. I promise you it was not that funny. So then later on, he took off from the goal rate, which is his boss slash
Broken neck.
His rating has no type of
Massive.
fast forward. When Mob joined this club filled of grown men. This is the so-called body improvement club, but you're not.
That boy came through with the Johnny Bravo, didn't he? Boy got do the monkey with me.
Waifus just for me is have a good aim.
These are not middle schoolers, bro. Look, this dude got full-length sideburns. Someone call the police. But he joined this club because the girl that he likes is not funny about superpowers. So now he's trying to lock in so he won't be maidenless. And when he was walking, anything like me would have turned around and got to sprinting. I was taught stranger danger. I know better than to speak to someone with a custom shiesty.
Facts.
Naruto Devil was city block, you can mess around a little bit. So she was trying to get him to follow her, but Mom wasn't going for that. At least until she was like, oh, by the
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know this nigga name is Mob. M-O-B, that's his name? Oh yeah, he on demon time. His name is Mob. That's crazy.
the shorty's going on. So they get down there, peep that. Everyone got on the same mask. Gets immediately thrown on stage. The mastermind named
What
Dip
in the
comes in.
vanilla sky?
Long story short, anyone who puts on that mask is hypnotized and forced to laugh. And at that point, you're a part of their ranks. You're now a member of whatever this weird cult is. But when Mob took the mask off, he didn't let out a single chuckle. He was not abused. Matter of fact, he was about to walk out that bitch too.
That boy on so much time, he don't even know how to get hypnotized a lot. You see how his face was oh yeah, no, he sees some things.
But Dimple was like, nah, I can't let this kid spill my secrets. He fucking up the motion. So he uses his power point blank, but Mob didn't even smile. Not even a smirk. Dimple was like, nah, I can't let this kid spill my secrets. He fucking up the motion. So he uses his power point blank, but Mob didn't even smile. Not even a smirk. And Dimple was
Look like One Punch Man.
stooped down to the lowest level.
I ain't gonna lie to you, he definitely give me like, cause even if he shaved his head, it might look like Saitama. That nigga my head. When you find out Saitama was throwing the lumber down here and there, that might be his, yeah, I'm just saying. Might be his little seed, you never know. I'm just saying.
Found out that
They're
Mob
looking
was
alike.
trying to impress a girl.
Cut the hair off his head and tell me that's not Saitama. I'm just saying, man.
So he
I'm
got
just
a
saying.
right up in his ear. Come on, little bro, let's keep it real. It's okay, we all know the truth. You'll be scaring the hoes away.
Damn.
Wow, I didn't know you was a comedian. Kyle, come on. Why you so quiet? You wanted me to laugh, right? So what's the problem? Ran out of jokes.
Oh, yeah, the pupils
He
left.
asked everyone to jump on Mob, but what was that really gonna do?
Free me.
I want to see his yup. He ain't up to 5
It's
yet.
crazy because Mob was gonna spare him until he started clowning. So we see Apple's true form. Jumps in, 0 damage. Starts doing all this extra shit, 0 damage. Matter of fact, is with a point blank rolly beam. Tries following up, but he smacks the.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the map erasure. I don't like the matter of fact, I don't like the shout out to Piccolo, bro. Yeah. And I wanna say it might have been Piccolo gaming the first one to do it. I'm just saying, bro. Let's get a shout out to Braille, that's game, but like come on, bro. You made it a hot line, bro. You feel me? Like you ain't making a hot storm, like you feel me? Like, okay, all right.
Blade.
That's all I'm
and
saying.
proceeds to simply put 2 fingers on the forehead,
That nigga turned holographic. Damn.
But you would expect Dimple to be chilling in the afterlife now. He dead got eviscerated. But no, he thinks kicking it with Mob is his best option. See, he was ready to pack him up for the second time, but Mob is a nice guy. He gonna let you live for now. So
Let
fast
you live? He's a spirit.
You see some delinquent kids talking with the bro.
He's a
and
spirit.
they're asking him to fight this kid from the other school who obviously...
Bro, y'all can't let Johnny Bravo back with that hairstyle. Whoop on y'all. Oh, God. My psycho power would be the psycho G-Lock. 19X. What do you mean, bro? Yeah, my special move is called one in the head. What do you mean, man?
And I'm surprised it
You
does a
ain't
lot
gonna just
of
see my psycho me.
You know how much force you need to have to put a crater in the wall like that? But obviously the bros said no, but they did notice Mob in the back. So they came up with a plan to fake a love letter, which them niggas wrote, I am a girl on that shit. You know, I never said Mob was the brightest. Pretty much they set him up so the other school would kidnap him. No,
So Mob is doing all this for wham. I ain't even mad at it. You know, motivation is buddies. Like, okay, you feel me? I ain't even like, hey, whatever floats your boat finds a lost remote. You know what I mean? Like,
the bros are going to save you. So them badass kids ended up getting what they wanted anyway. These grown men started beating on these middle schoolers. But that's when their top dog came through and one-shotted everyone. And there goes Mob, completely unbothered. But dude was getting a little nervous because he's never seen someone else with powers before. So he tried to speed blitz, but Mob said, hold on, bro, let's be friends.
stop that right
boy
there.
was terrified. He was just trying to shake his hand and he ran away. Then he squares up in the ooh stance, tackles the shit out of Mob, and starts throwing him around, talking about how his ideals are stupid, saying, what's the point of powers if you're not going to use them? Why stoop down to the level of those average humans? And not
Nigga
gonna
turn
lie,
to go.
that guy said nothing but facts. I'm not saying
Definitely
if I had
opposite.
powers that I would use them, but let a nigga talk the wrong way.
Facts.
But that's when
I'm going
Dimple
crazy.
stepped through and give this young buck some advice. Told him to back off nephew before he gotta teach him a lesson. Yeah, whatever, nigga. Getting packed up twice in the span of 2 episodes is crazy. Dang.
Family came back as a spirit. Just survived it. You seem like you're weaker in spirit form. Came back as a Jedi spirit ghost, a force ghost. Come to find out, you ain't got no force. You know, you're trying to say, yeah, don't tell my man. Hey, golly, you ain't go back to the spirit world. He ain't even doing that
He
here.
started talking spicy on some, his
Hold on.
entire life was pointless anyways.
Damn.
At least compared to someone like me. And Mom was like, damn, Dimple really gone. We've been through a lot of stuff, but you're
Really?
not wrong. Low-key weak, but he for damn sure better than your punk ass. Here we go again with the uwu stance. He shoots up the ground.
Let me find out you're powering up steps. Yeah, I got a piece of this. Yeah, you just not gonna whoop me. I'm sorry, you're not gonna beat me, bro. If I gotta hit you with the Dale Gripple pocket sand, I'm gonna do that, bro. Like, you're not charging up your power. You're not summoning your power looking like you got it. Like, if you don't see a bathroom in the next 30 seconds, you're finna wet yourself. You're not doing that, bro. Like,
Chases that
Try it
boy
again.
down and
Respect
this
yourself.
everyone else is what a
Mush.
stab look. Drags him across the ground and dunks him through the building.
Ooh.
Then he gets the right idea to throw knives at dude, but one got deflected and took a low off the top.
y'all.
Justifiable crash. You went from a child to a grown man in a matter of time. Bro's life is ruined for the next 3 months. Whatever he does after this point is acceptable. So he started spamming Getsugas, did absolutely no damage though. But that's when Mom was
Nah,
like,
he gotta die now.
I understand why you hate me so much. It's because we're the same. Not because of our powers, but because you have no confidence in yourself.
You swagless.
Without your powers, you're nothing. And you're scared to admit that. And when the truth comes out of it, he couldn't handle it. He wasn't even using his powers right here. All he was trying to do
It's a
was
good class
Mom to
yoga.
use his. I don't
Class
think
yoga.
catching a body was his intention. He was for damn sure close.
Ooh.
But the thing with Mob is he moves like Batman. He will stand on his morals. He will never let what happened in the past repeat itself. Never again.
Oh, he really on time. He not, that stupid Batman rule. That's a dumb rule. I don't care. I ain't gonna do a long drawn out rant about this, but I don't care what anybody says, bro. If you are a you're gonna take the job of Batman. You start fighting.
Damn it.
Galactic incidences, galactic criminals. And we're not just we're talking about mass genocide.
Okay, I need to draw perfect halos.
How many years has Batman been locking up
Try it again.
people and they come back and then kill somebody else just to get locked up? You gotta kill him. You have to. Or don't be Batman. Don't take that mantle. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I think is stupid about Batman. It's dumb. It's a dumb rule. I don't care how you break it because that's not how saving somebody works, bro. There's a reason why police have to have weapons. There's a reason why military has to have weapons. That's not how that works.
Nice, dude. Thanks. I am struggling to draw a ring right now. Not even a ring. What is it? A halo? A halo golden. I don't even have a clue what the hell to call it. Something.
And this about the 17th person you killed to get my attention.
Bam.
Well, lock him up again. There's a reason why even the court's got justice.
There's a sub and you'll have 400. I know, we're so close. Thanks.
Percent mob. This is unknown. The mob.
MOB, money over.
And this version doesn't stand by those.
Oh no, this MOB. This ain't mob. This MOB.
Broke his berry and stripped him naked. Then
Hell no.
proceeded to send everything around him into the atmosphere. The mob.
MOB, money over.
And this version doesn't stand by those.
Oh no, this MOB. This ain't mob. This MOB.
Broke his berry and stripped him naked. And then
Hell no.
proceeded to send everything around him into the atmosphere. That so-called top dog ain't so
Oh, you're
big
dead.
bad.
That boy in the buff.
His entire personality changed. But the real mob comes back and realizes what he's done. And his powers aren't controlled by anger alone. He caused another accident. And the feeling of never being able to conquer himself.
I have a hard time believing that virtual care is real care.
Caused true sadness. So he was able to put everything back the way it was. And this dude walks over. And I'm sorry, but you got done the worst way
Hey,
possible.
go home, my nigga. The fight is over, fam. Like, you came through. You got the.
Okay, you know what? No golden rings. Screw it.
Go home, my nigga. You lost on every level, bro. You lost on every level. You gotta go home and join the hair club for men right now. Or what you really gotta do, go home, cut the rest of it off, and swag it like you was like you just, oh, I'm just going with the ball. You gotta swag it like you feel me? Cut the whole thing off, go get you some things, some snapbacks, whatever your flavor is, go get lids up, get you a 5950, you gonna be alright. You gonna be alright. You gonna be alright. But you might lose more to keep playing with Bob like that.
And shaved, stripped down, booty butt naked. You
Yeah.
gotta switch countries now. Matter of fact, you need a full reset. Go
Yeah.
get yourself a larva tier, speak to Renala, and respect your build. Because not only would this be a critical hit to your pride, but all your bros seen you and they did not hesitate to haul ass.
Yeah,
You
you
are
bet.
no longer respected in your
Yep.
own hood. So
Yep.
he gets home, doing checks and making sure
You
everything.
shot, bro.
After some time passed, rumors were going around about the top dog of that school.
Cool Bob.
School losing, and nobody knew Bob was the one who done it. So they started calling him White Tea Poison. But now he got leaders from a bunch of other schools looking for him. So fast forward to when
Yup, my white.
school, when this rando pulls up and tells him about this research lab that can amplify his powers. And obviously he got them mixed up. He thought this was Bob. We already know that Lil Bro doesn't even have powers. But he goes there anyway because he's always been a little jealous of his brother. And turns out there's other kids there too. So I'm thinking we might have some.
Hold on, I might have an idea.
What's wrong? They are straight buns. We got Elvis Presley over here using up all his life points to bend a damn spoon. Shorty right here got the power of guessing. And it's not even guaranteed, bro. I can do that. This dude is putting the Fire Nation to shame.
I mean, don't we all got the power of guessing if it's not always guaranteed? I kind of feel like that comes with the bill. I feel like that, as a human being, that just comes with the bill. I feel like.
A match would be more useful than you. Shit, I'd rather rub two sticks together for 30 minutes than rely on your ass. And to be honest, the geometry domes ain't that bad. They got telepathy, but only with each other. In the grand scheme,
That's not bad, though.
it's garbage.
Not really.
But it's not the worst though. Any
Telepathy with a twin, with your sibling, is not just like texting. Maybe he described that wrong. Like
trying to figure out what to put on her arm.
Communicate telepathically. That's way better. That means that he can be across the room, right? He can say, yeah, use a text. Yeah, but at the same time, what if y'all together? You can't get to the phone. You know how much longer it takes for me to up my phone? Type, so what if we're in a sticky situation? We don't got our phone. Huh? What if we in a situation I can't use my hand?
Right there, man. Oh.
Boy, yeah, give me telepathy with somebody. I'm down for that. We can at least make some money from it. Sure. You know what I mean?
Anyways, for the next few days, it felt like people has been confident that people was a devious person at heart. He said, look, little bro, join me, and I'll help you surpass your brother.
But I thought
He use your body and the power is yours.
I thought he was
was
saying my
hoping
big
little
brother.
bro was gonna stay 10 toes with this look right here.
thought he was
Nothing
saying,
but bad
protect
intentions in
mom.
those eyes. And what's making it worse is that when he's in school, him and the student council was working on getting rid of all the delinquents. But the way they were doing it was questionable. They were framing them all with some crazy shit like stealing the girl's drawers.
Haters.
Boys feeling
Haters.
But little bro,
A council of haters is insanity.
little bro had a strong sense of guilt and corruption. Turns out that's what's building his power. And he went back to the research lab just to flex and said if he wants a bigger example, he go fold up his car real quick.
Yeah, but you have to, the Pikachu blush spots. Now you look goofy. I ain't gonna say it. You probably twist my head like a spoon, but you look straight.
I'm trying to figure out if bigger knee is the play.
Then these guys pull up on him, talking about they know he's been framing the bros. This one runs in and look at the expression. Did you just crease my blazer, bitch? All he does is squeeze the arm and the fear knocks him out. The other three running, nothing but a smile.
What was that move? What was this move?
Fear knocks him out. The other three running.
Poke you to death, boy. You better watch out.
Nothing but a smile on his man's face and proceeds to off-screen them boys.
Oh, you been waiting.
Look who it is.
Waiting to smoke something.
Taruki pulled up. And he deadass got checked into a whole different personality. He pulled up quoting the same bars Bob said to him. Listen, I know how you feel. You think you're really special. But consider this a warning. Don't live by relying on that path.
Wasn't you just, I would have been like, what, aren't you the naked bull? Aren't you boy that my brother beat so crazy that you ended up being fucking with a drop top convertible? Huh?
I told y'all, little bro is no longer little bro. This dude is cocky now. He tried sizing them up, but he said, yeah, cut that shit out.
Oh,
Just 'cause he
damn.
got beat and stripped and shaved one, bro is no longer
Be right back.
This dude is cocky now. He tried sizing them up, but he said, yeah, cut that shit out. Just 'cause he got beat and stripped and shaved once, don't think just anything.
He said you look.
No, but you were terrible. Oh, God. Even had to
You try it, though.
Taruki Hanazawa, pleasure. Oh, what's wrong? Found something down there? Taruki was humbling that boy crazy.
Damn, after your
Once
brother
that wig
embarrassed
came
him
through,
like
he had to
that?
let go. That wig would have flown. Oh, what's wrong? Found something down there? Taruki was humbling that boy crazy.
Damn,
But
after your
once that
brother
wig
embarrassed him like
he had to
that?
let go. That wig wig would have flown straight up. I can't have that in front of the shorties.
That
So
wig.
fast forward, Lil Bro and student council is still framing people. But
Hi,
that's
Unc.
where the-
What?
I can tell this is also an anime that's like comedic.
Why are we referring to me as that?
I haven't really, yeah, it's kind of new. Not that I haven't watched comedic animes or that I haven't covered comedic animes before, but I feel like with this reaction, the way that he did it, the comedy of the show is coming through.
The
Well,
school leader pulls up looking for white tea poison. Now, Lil Bro gonna handle this guy, but later on, his partner gets jumped by 5 guys because they thought
damn! Look at his face!
he gets pulled up on again.
Oh, they done twisted, tangled my boy up. Oh my God. They gave that boy an allergic reaction, didn't they? Golly. Swapped.
Guys,
Golly.
thought he was the one who did it. Then he gets
That boy
pulled up
been
on
eating shellfish, ain't
again because everyone is thinking he's white tea poison. Had that boy hiding in his crib, and I don't blame him. Imagine minding your business, and then all of a sudden, 5 brolic ass middle schoolers jump you. Me personally, I wouldn't see the light of day. I'm never going outside. But not gonna lie, Lil Bro was pissing me off this arc. When he got pulled up on by damn near every school, I knew I couldn't hang with him, but a part of me wanted to see this dude get jumped.
Damn.
Did you find him
You didn't tell how his brother.
Yeah, I think he's the one you're looking for. But I'll sit back and watch for now. Lil Bro stops the people behind him, does
Got
this
him.
thing with his hands for some reason. I promise you those extra movements did nothing. Nobody besides him has done that the entire show. Pushed them all away. This jolly good show ass boy gonna get picked up and sent to give his mans a kiss. This dude gonna pull up like he's about to do something. And they was like, if we just jump him, he can't stop all of us. A simple
Fire.
glare had them terrified. Proceeds to walk him
That
down
nigga had
and
coke.
everyone got off screen. But we see that someone is walking up and it's that
Jesus
boy
crispy.
Bob. And he was confused on what's going on. No way his younger brother did all this. But he stood on that shit. He said, yeah, it was me. And what? I don't know what went through
Okay,
his
wait a
mind
minute.
trying to square up with Bob, but Dimple said, hell no.
I'm gonna tell you something as a little brother. As a little brother, and I know that there's plenty of little brothers who don't understand this. Fully. I'm a big brother and I'm a little brother. You know what I mean? Obviously, I was a little brother first. So, let me tell you the little brother, what motto, creed. There comes a time in every little brother's life where he must challenge his older brother. Hold on. I'll take him to church. I gotta stand up and take him to church. There comes a time when you're tired, of getting whooped on. You tired,
You know what? Maybe I'm just bad at drawing rings these days. I don't know what to draw on her hand.
a beat down. You tired of it. And you just hit your little growth spurt last summer. That's when it starts coming. I'm telling you, if you're a big brother, if your little brother hit a growth spurt, watch that, man. He gonna test you. He gonna test you. Now, he gonna remind you he your big brother. Don't get it twisted. He probably gonna remind you. But at one point, you gonna try it. So I fully understand this. I fully understand it. You just gotta, all right, nah, come on, square up, we gotta do it. It's not, we gotta do it, huh? No, it's all love, it's for the love of, yeah, then you might get mixed. And then you remember, yeah, this nigga has been fighting me my whole life, huh? He probably know all my moves and techniques, huh? Facts. And I respect it. I respect it. Whole little situation.
I ain't letting this kid beat my ass twice.
Oh, you
Rose
did?
doesn't need him. Shot some type of blast that mom. And the
Respect this whole little situation.
Oh, nah. I ain't letting this kid beat my ass twice.
Oh, you
Rose
did?
doesn't need him. Shot some type of blast that mom. And the crazy part is, Mob didn't even acknowledge the attack. He was just happy that his brother finally had the powers he wanted.
That's a good big brother, I ain't gonna lie.
For the longest time, I admired you. You had what I most wanted in this world. never have a fight as brothers. I mean, that just sounds like suicide, right? So I did the only thing I could. Pretend. Pretended like everything was always good. What else could I have done? But now I have power. I have no reason
Yup,
to
that's
fear.
that growth spurt.
Actually,
Yup.
there's no
It's literally, yeah, that moment. I'm tired. I'm not scared of you. Ah! Yo, if you remember, and it's not the first time you fight your brother. That's not even quite. You gonna be fighting your brother. If you got a good big brother, you gonna be fighting. That's just what's gonna happen. You feel me? You gonna be fighting. So it's not like the story of the first time. It's that moment where you start thinking, nah, nigga, I'm tired of this. I'm too big, huh? I got a little bit of weight on me now. We gonna try this again, huh? And that's not gonna be the last time you fight either. Don't get it twisted. But that's the first time you really start. Come here, and you might lose. But what's gonna happen is your brother gonna learn. All right, this is a little bit more worth what it's not worth it as much as it used to be. Facts, huh? This is the circle of life. You gotta tell that nigga for your honor.
And after hearing
Okay,
all
you know
that,
what? I'll just give up.
respect it.
in fact, he thinks he's lying.
Guys, we might have to
So
do
he
line
walks
art now.
past and apologizes on his behalf. But they said,
Disrespectful.
oh, nah, that ain't gonna be enough. Get on your knees and beg. And
Really,
this is
nigga?
not a good look. Had all the NPCs, oh, he walks past and apologizes on his behalf. But they said,
Disrespectful.
oh, nah. That after hearing all that,
I
Mom
respect
doesn't
it.
care. In fact, he thinks he's lying. So he walks past and apologizes on his behalf. But they said,
Disrespectful.
oh, nah, that ain't gonna be enough. Get on your knees and beg. And
Really,
this is
nigga?
not a good look. Had all the NPCs cackling. But that's when
After all y'all got mixed like that, what is y'all laughing about?
Hoodie made his entrance.
What is y'all
Grabbed
laughing
that
about?
little nigga by his collar, then slammed his foot to the ground.
Yeah.
And he force
Yeah, acting like J. Cole, man.
Then he shows him off like he's a class project. And not gonna lie, they might actually be stupid. They're trying to fight the guy who beat the guy that whooped their ass. So this guy runs in, not even peep the cut at first. How do you even get this?
That
What do you
cut
tell
is-
your barber that results in that? Honestly,
Give me the Wolverine attack. I want it to look like Logan attacked me, and I survived. That's what I want it to look like.
you deserve to get your ass beat. This dude runs in, gets a boot to the face, and back busted on the wall. Mob said, don't you ever touch little bro. But he said, get your little ass on something.
Yeah, stupid.
Tired
I should
headed
get back to Saul.
You deserve to get your ass beat. This dude runs in, gets a boot to the face, and back busted on the wall. Mob said, don't you ever touch little bro. But he said, get your little ass on something.
Yeah, stupid. I should
Tired-headed
get back to Saul.
But this is where Hoodie messed up. Instead of
That's what
grabbing
you
little
get.
bro and running off, he decides to mess around and tell everyone to growl. But we see Mob in the back, plotting.
Oh, hey, my dog is on time. Get on time.
Grabs the
Get on
black
time.
tee, sit down, bitch.
Got it.
And tell everyone to growl. But we see Mob in the back, plotting.
Alright, yeah, my dog is on time. Get on time.
Grabs
Get
the
on
black
time.
tee, sit down, bitch.
Got it.
Looks away for a second, mistake, caught the leg to the gut. Drops little bro.
'cause it's bro.
Splits, elbow to the
'Cause it's
gut,
little bro.
covers with a sidekick. But Mob put up a barrier this time. He ain't getting caught lacking again. And now we getting a little serious. He took the hoodie off. Then he enchants his arm with whatever power that is. Don't blink. Stupid.
Got it. Got it.
Sidekick, but Mob put up a barrier this time. He ain't getting caught lacking again. And now we getting a little serious. He took the hoodie off. Then he enchants his arm with whatever power that is. Don't blink. Stupid.
Got it. God damn.
First of all, look at the form. He put
The
every
animation in this is perfect for what they do because it definitely makes all the hits and everything seem so much more impactful.
ounce
Golly.
of power into that kick. Second, if your name wasn't in the title, you would be dead.
First off,
There's no
advertisement.
reason for your elbow to be touching your ankles like that.
Ah,
He gets sent to the sky. Bro was above the
hunted
building.
my guy.
Everything broken. And why he walking like that? Bro walking like he a bad bitch. He picks him up, and the only thing that's going through my
Damn,
mind
look
is
at that
this
frame.
dude gotta be at least 30. And Mob is in middle school. He's at most 14. But he said his ass beating has no age limit. Caught a left to the face. Follows up with a spinning hook kick.
Oh my.
Oh, how cute you finally putting up your guard. Broke that shit. Hold that. Took the ribs. Broke it.
Damn, little bro, you ain't gonna help, nigga. You ain't gonna help, my nigga.
that
Now,
you were doing earlier was all
nigga, now you.
lies. He actually does care about Mom. But
Duh.
Black T is actually a villain. Rock little bro real quick.
Stupid. That's what
That
now.
you were earlier was all
Nigga, now you.
lies. He actually does care about Mom. But
Duh.
Black T is actually a villain. Rock little bro real quick.
Stupid. That's where you messed up.
He's a bell, he's a boy, he's
I free me with this crap.
Yeah, I think it's GG's. This
That's where
guy's
you messed
due
up.
fall. Then he's gonna force him into a face grab. That is the craziest shit.
Damn.
He even gonna flow in the air for the extra sauce points. He said, "Let me show you what a
I
walk."
know he ain't finna chokes. I know he ain't finna Kane, Undertaker, choke slam from hell this nigga right now. This nigga levitated to get some leverage on you, bro. You about to get LeBron James going down a fast break with no defender. Slam dunked right now, bro. Oh, nah. Oh, never that, bro. Oh, nah. You finna get windmill, bro. 2 points.
It feels like. And look how the grippage on the face did not let up. Because he
Damn.
can fly up the building with the same grip position. Black
Damn.
gonna try and fight back.
No. Hey.
Then he gonna fly straight down through the
More,
building.
please.
And look how he kept a little leeway. So when he gets close to the ground, he can slam his thing.
Yup.
Grip position. Black
Damn.
gonna try and fight back.
No. Hey.
Then he gonna fly straight down through the
More,
building.
please.
And look how he kept a little leeway. So when he gets close to the ground, he can slam his thing.
Yup, that's
I
the
thought
one.
it was over, but
That's
he
the
gonna slam
one.
it back and use a special move. But that dude Mob didn't even fall over. So he
Boy, turn his shit to overalls.
runs back in, throwing straight haymakers. Be gone, peasant. And then everyone in the crowd realized that this was the real White Tea poison. So Black Tea runs back in, punching the barrier, but that was all calculated.
That boy Yup T, White T crazy. Yup T, that boy Yup in his White T. You feel me? Hey, I break up it. Bet. He said, Yup in my White T. Yup in my White T. Hey.
Sprays Mob with whatever that is and knocks him out. But he got us in
Oh,
the first half. That boy stood right back
Yeah.
up, and he
You
knew
trying to mace him, gang? Oh, nah, you buns, nigga. Y'all throwing hands, you up the mace on him? Oh, you buns for real.
he grabbed little bro and just ran off. And I was
Catchy.
confused. I was like, no way you just let him run off.
He
But
don't.
it turns out he was unconscious. So Dimple
What?
with Taruki, they bring him to the crib and we find out who Black T was. He's a part of this organization named Claw, who pretty much just wants to take over the world. And the way they do is by taking children with powers, brainwashes them, and raises them as soldiers. But Mob doesn't care about none of that. He said he's gonna win.
Is that
So
boy's
they
hair
take him to
getting
the
bigger every
research lab.
season?
Turns out they already took the children who were here too. And the organization heard about Black T getting bodied by a child, so they sent over another guy. But next thing we know, dude is getting
If you pop up again, we're gonna talk about it.
bullied. And the two goons he came with,
Hey,
whoa, what happened here? You don't just naturally get put like this. That means you first had to whoop their ass, remove their clothes, and for some reason you pulled this dude's drawers down? I don't even want to know what type of plan y'all had.
I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. It's over. Yeah, those two right there, whatever they did, they ain't deserve it. Bro, you up there tooted up. You tooted up, bro. You tooted up, bro. You tooted up, bro.
But anyways, this dude ratted them immediately, gave them everything.
That boy went to the barber shop and asked for the barber shop pole. No freak. They said, what you want? He said, you see that strike pole out back? Alright. Yeah. He went up in there and asked for the Cruella de Vil. How dare you, man? How dare you, bro? Huh? He said, you ever seen a pack of zebra gum? Oh, no. And he rapped. Of course he rapped, man. Huh? Of course he rapped. Justice for these two.
I don't even want to.
Justice for these two. They ain't
But
deserve it.
anyways, this dude ratted immediately. Gave them everything they wanted to know with full detail. But we finally see what happened to Lil Bro. And these guys are not playing around.
That dude look like a Minecraft character.
He called out Steve and said he got 10 seconds to show him his power.
Steve looked
And
like
I
my
respect
character.
standing your ground, but like I just said, these dudes are not playing. He took them to the back and all we heard was screaming. But all of a sudden it got quiet. He walks back out, knife in hand, dragging the body, and that boy was dead. He tells him that this is the outcome for disobeying. To the back and all we heard was screaming. But all of a sudden it got quiet. He walks back out, knife in hand, dragging the body, and that boy was dead. He tells him that this is the outcome for disobeying. So now Mob finally makes it to the base. Black T pulls up again, and I was like, damn, bro. We just walked in, give us a minute. Immediate boss fight is crazy. But he proceeds to get spliffed. Lock-in mode must have boosted his stats because he didn't do this last
my
But
God.
I wasn't surprised.
He's
The thing
pinballing
that
this
surprised me most is that this dude is wearing boots with no socks. Stay clear.
Of
There's a
course.
dirty nigga on the loose. I just
Must.
know he's there. If
Must.
both shoes fell off, they'd have to evacuate the building. Anyways, they
Must.
decided to split up. But we cut back to Lil Bro real quick, and turns out Steve didn't die. This is the only time their telepathy power will ever be useful. Because that's how they find out it was all illusion magic. So they break through the lock. Lil Bro handles the 3 goons. They got to Steve and now they're trying to escape. But they run into another kid, and this one
I mean, but what do you mean the only time their telepathy would be useful? That's the thing. He keeps trying to hold that move. I don't know why. Kevin is trying his hardest to act like that's just some nigga. Even in that situation you just gave, that same situation you don't think could apply in a million other situations where one of them knows something and the other needs to know it. That was literally what I'm talking about. Like, what do you mean? That's a great power, and it literally just saved him. As nigga said, he wanted to man that whole ass power. What can? Did a nigga with telepathy? What they do to you, Cab? Like, I thought that's a very useful move, nigga. Like, being able to trade right there shows you the use when you guys are not in the same situation. Matter of fact, technically, you niggas could be in 2 completely different places, and really you're like at 2 places at once. That's really more, because think about it, if my brother is here, I mean in Kansas, and I'm in California, and we share telepathically, then we're both kind of in both spots. So why does he keep trying to make this power not like it's telepathy, nigga? Like, that's a great power, no matter how you split it.
now on their side. He was there for
You're
straight
basically 2
violence.
places at
We
once.
cut it to Rookie. He already got a pile of bodies on the floor. But he gets put up on by a real fire user and was instantly forced on defense. And at first glance, I thought this was some comp. We might have to try a little bit. But this dude simply puts the barrier over the other guy, and now he's sitting there burning himself. Yeah, that man is dead. You cannot tell me otherwise. But don't expect to get a break because he gets put up on again. I was ready to see the ones, but he got jumped.
Damn.
Now we see what
They
Bob's up
jumping.
to. He was surrounded by the little girl's dolls, but he took care of that real quick. So the big sis gets involved, but Mob said you can respectfully calm your ass down. But she breaks through
That
and that
hair,
boy
nah.
mean knuckle sandwich. She gonna run back in, flash the connects the kick, then she starts running around smacking that boy. Brooking that
Damn.
he pushes her back, but she just clocks him again. Then she
Damn,
starts
you get-
spamming him, and I'm just confused.
What?
Like, Mom, are you watching now? What's going on? But she stops attacking because she peeps that he's crying. And he goes, oh, I just don't want to have to whip your ass. My master always told me,
Gangsta.
guys who go around beating up women are the biggest losers in this world.
Oh, he gangsta.
I'm giving you permission to go
So
all out.
gangsta for that.
Give it everything you got.
Dog, to be crying because of
Master always told me,
gangsta.
guys who go around beating up women are the biggest losers in this world.
Oh, he gangsta.
I'm giving you permission to go
So
all out.
gangsta for that.
Give it everything you got.
Dog, to be crying because of what they could do to you? Oh, nah, bro. Leave that little boy alone. You gotta leave that little boy alone, man.
Oh, embarrassing.
Loud, okay? Give it everything you got.
Oh, embarrassing.
So Mob is walking through the halls when he ends up finding Lil Bro laid out on the ground. And now he's heated. The guy from earlier pulls up trying to force illusions on Mob,
Looking like a ball chinny. Why is hair?
and it was
I mean, why
working
is
at first, but he barely was able to reject it. Bro in the back was literally tweaking, but they both ended up slumped. And here we go, this kid is back. So now the whole gang got captured, but there's no need to worry because the GOAT
Shout
has
out to
arrived.
Dante.
You don't need powers when you hold yourself to such a standard. They thought he was the boss just by the way he was acting. He got a full escort
to
trip to Mob, but that would have been too easy. The top dogs pulled up to see who was actually the boss. And as much as I fuck with Reagan, this is not his body. Mob got to step in to handle this one. But he never goes all out. He gets forced into that lock-in state. So that's when Reagan tagged back in with that mean drop kick.
Nice.
Slumped him.
With
But he ain't done yet.
the three-piece on. He ain't even creased the suit. He ain't even creased the suit. Bardo.
Hypnosis. Just keep staring at the coin. Hit.
Sleek ass.
It's pronounced sleek as.
Bitch. I told you I was going to.
He ain't even creased the suit.
Hypnosis.
Bardo.
Just keep staring at the coin. Bitch. I told you I was going to. But then he damn near gets replaced by the swordsman. But that's okay though. He's already MVP. Then they proceed to blow up the roof. Just ruined a perfectly good base. Then dude tries to rush down Mob, and the moment he got one tap, he said, hell nah, I ain't fighting that guy. Went to fight anybody that wasn't him. Then swordsman got to the makes an actually
got
did
scared.
Taruki a favor. Cut that bullshit off his head. But it was
Nice.
getting a little dicey in there, so Taruki and Lil Bro was telling Mob to go all out. But Reagan doesn't want Mob going down that path. So that got him confused. He didn't know what to do. But a decision had to be made. He
Go
said, if I
all out,
can kill these guys, everyone will be safe. But Reagan came through with the buzz. Reagan doesn't want Mob going down that path. So that got him confused. He didn't know what to do. But a decision had to be made. He
Go
said, if I
all out,
can kill these guys, everyone will be safe. But Reagan came through with the buzzer beater. He knew that if Mob did that, he would be the one suffering. But the swordsman spun back. I thought Mob was just going to swipe it away. I didn't expect him to actually get cut down. But it doesn't matter because the GOAT wouldn't die to that weak shit.
Gangster.
Beat that. Then broke that man's sword. Then they
Come on.
this monster.
Wait, how did he break the sword and how did he not die? I feel like that's one of those moments where it's like, nigga, watch the anime. Alright.
That's it. That little weak ass punch. Then he gets surrounded, but the breeze from his hand alone handled that. So now
Oh,
the
he like
leader
that.
gets involved. And is this supposed to scare us? One hand in the pocket too. This is light work. Then he powers
Oh,
up.
he
And
locked.
Then he gets surrounded, but the breeze from his hand alone handled that. So now
Oh,
the
he like
leader
that.
gets involved. And is this supposed to scare us? One hand in the pocket too. This is light work. Then he powers
Oh,
up.
he
And I
locked
should
in,
mention
locked
that
in.
They have gravity powers. Because they proceed to hit bro with a 1,000-pound shoulder check that connects with a 1-ton punch. Then
Yeah.
off the top ropes with a 2-ton slam. Now
Yeah.
that was a good attempt. And right after they started monologuing too, but unfortunately, they're simply underleveled. Stop with all that yapping. And
Mush.
enemy take off that damn mask.
Y'all niggas, I mean, y'all cut the suit in the back, okay, I get that. But other than that, he ain't gonna do nothing but go get that, get that soda. He ain't gonna do nothing but go get that soda. No problem with that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? What the threat count on this is, oh yeah, I'm gonna just go get this soda. But other than that, y'all ain't even really messed up the suit. Nigga ain't even took off the jacket. Like, disrespectful, bro.
Then Sword Guy gonna come through just doing shit. He knew that wasn't gonna work. And he not even fighting no more. He just clowning everybody.
The roast
Called
him.
the first
Damn.
through the rum. So this gotta take off those whack ass shoulder pads, bro. You
Damn, bro. Listen, when you get to the point where I done whooped you so thoroughly and know you can't do nothing, I get to roasting you. Yeah, you lost.
They didn't want to fight either. They accepted defeat. But that's when we
Got
found
it.
out Reagan wasn't just secretly overpowered. Turns out when he stopped Mob from losing it, all of Mob's power got temporarily transferred to him. Then the leader finally comes back, and I understand why he was wearing that mask the whole time. Bro was chopped, and he was getting ready to bomb the place when the kid from earlier pulls up with a knuckle sandwich, proceeds to
Nice.
make him one with the floor, then ends
Nice.
it with a Minato special. But then we see that the boss, the big boss, the actual boss is pulling up. So anyways, we fast forward a couple weeks, and this dude Mob got another love letter. And this
Giovanni looking at him. Giovanni's the name of Pokemon, right? I might be wrong. Like the over guy. Could be wrong. Whatever. Been a long time since I've watched Pokemon.
this one doesn't say that there's a girl on it, so we got some hope. So he pulls up, and it's an actual girl asking him out.
Okay.
Now,
Alright, Mom.
yeah,
Yay. Do it too.
She writes novels. And at this point, it's been a whole week now, so obviously he's doing something right. She's even letting him read her novels now. Yo, I felt like a proud dad.
All right, Mom,
My son,
get it.
Mom got at least a little bit of game.
All right.
And Shorty gonna say, oh, by the way, the only reason why I asked you out is because I lost the bet. I heard you in the moon and I was so free.
Psycho.
You're the trickster, aren't you?
Evil. These others ain't loyal, bro.
I nearly shed a tear. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. This is one of the worst things you could do to someone. You ask them out because of a damn bet. That's not even being mean. That's pure evil. And then she just gonna walk away like she didn't just break my son's heart. And he just sat there thinking about all their good memories. But it was all fake. But
yeah, why you do Bob like that?
The girl and her so-called friends were nearby. And once they found out she writes novels, they did nothing but trash all over her. Ripping her book apart is crazy work. And she's not the type to defend herself, so she was scared to do anything else but agree. But that's when Mob came through with an X.
Mob, bro. Don't say it. It ain't your job. If Jesus can't save these hoes, it ain't your job. You better leave that to the, you better leave that to God, bro. Don't save her. A wise man once said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. And I'm not talking about J. Cole. I'm talking about the original 3-6. That was 3-6. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Even if I wasn't 3-6. Whoever said it. Just 3-6. That's, I feel bad for not knowing that. Even though I'm pretty sure it is. But my hip hop brain is starting to. Yeah, Project Pat. Right. Project Pat for 36 seconds. Don't save her, man. Keep it moving, gang. Keep it moving, bro.
Still in play. Started picking up all the scraps saying she
look at this certified lover boy.
Like that. And just like that, he back on the leaderboards. So they were gathering all the paper together, but that's when Mother Nature came through with a great assist. When the papers got blown away.
Even that's God right there. That's the universe, whatever you believe in, man. I ain't even religious. I just said that's God. Yeah, he's trying to show you the way. He's trying to be like, yo, bro, I'm trying to save you right now. You over here trying to, what?
And he said, oh, don't worry. I got it. Just had to show her he ain't like
boy gonna use the powers.
That thing she was talking about earlier was absurd. But you know what? I'll let it slide this one time. Anyways, he's ready to get home because he knew the fam was cooking up an excellent 5-star.
Simpsons.
I'll get it. Mom must be back. Took him.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it real. Any nigga who uses that knock should get some sort of punishment. Whoever uses that same knock audio that's meant to make you think somebody's knocking on your door. I don't know when that should be outlawed. Follow behind the two accurate police sirens. Like y'all got, come on, bro. I know y'all didn't just see this and it happened quickly, but rewind this a little bit. I had a mini, like a 5 nanosecond heart attack. Y'all just don't even understand, bro. I am a very paranoid person. Y'all, bro, we gotta outlaw that knock, bro. Y'all, there's other knocks, bro. That knock, the way that they EQ that knock, I'm telling you, they do it to make you think someone knocking on your door. Kevin, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you slide this time. But I almost just,
this kid really tracked him down and would have looked like that he wasn't here to say hi. What's going on? Why is there smoke? That kid really burned his house. So he walks in and he's just trying to convince himself that they are right. They must have dined out. Why am I worrying? They're fine. I just gotta check every room to make sure. Mob has truly lost it. But good thing Dimple was by his side trying to calm him down, telling him these must be fake bodies. Then I guess Mob unlocked a new skill which let him confirm that his family truly lost. They're fine. I just gotta check every room to make sure. Mob has truly lost it. But good thing Dimple was by his side trying to calm him down, telling him these must be fake bodies. Then I guess Mob unlocked a new skill which let him confirm that his family was actually still alive. So then he spins back on the niggas who torched his house. Minimum work.
The pull-up game is all mad. His pull-up game is all mad.
First needed, all he wanted to know was where his family's at. And the guy trying to fight back, but Mob was like, nah, this is all you got? It definitely wasn't you. Yo, weak ass.
Yeah, he's getting it back in the great music choice, Kevin, because you know exactly what he's doing. He's getting that right back in plasma, man. Yeah, he getting it right back in y'all. You mean, huh? He don't need no security, bro. He got his own fire. You know he got his own fire. He don't need no security. He got his own fire. He coming quick with his own fire. Oh, got it. Hey. Go ahead.
Seems like you're pretty strong, kid. Here, hold this concussion. And now boy Mob is on a mission. He's not letting him find you with it. But then we see that this guy is back, and this must be another case of getting checked so bad your whole personality changed. Because for some reason, he's trying to help him now. So they take him
I mean, when they gonna whoop you that bad, then what can you do? You gotta start, what can you do? When you pull up, you ain't gonna do nothing
to where the bros are staying at. And we see that the guys we beat up earlier are also here. So they get filled in on the situation.
Y'all good guys now.
Reagan said that he believes that.
On some Goku this, but Mob is different. Mob whoop you one good time. You don't even, because at least with like Vegeta and Piccolo, they still, you saw like a natural progression of them being good guys. It took them a long time for them to fully, nigga, Mob get his hands on you one time, oh, you become a passer. Facts. You go from a shooter, a driller, a spinner, a slider, to a community activist. You go Lil Durk. Yeah. Nigga became Muslim because he was trying to duck a Rico, but in facts, huh? Soon as Mob get his grippers on you, nigga, come over here, bro. You, hey, you got it, champ. Matter of fact, I'm a good guy now. Matter of fact, I don't even know what I was talking about before. Matter of fact, we got this prayer right now.
His family's alive is when he finally was able to calm down. And the reason why our former ops is here is because after getting bodied by 2 middle schoolers, they said, yeah, this villain life ain't for us. But
Makes
just
sense.
like any other...
I'm glad that's more realistic. That's more realistic, yeah, because niggas gonna switch sides.
An evil organization. You can't just walk out and expect to be cheered on for your new ways. The higher-ups are now going to pull up. So then it cuts to the redhead, and Lil Bro is casually chilling in the back. Like, bro, you couldn't send Mob a text real quick saying he was good? It takes 5 seconds. But turns out nobody knew he was going to burn down.
Unless you had telepathy. Oh, now all of a sudden, that power is another reason why that power would be useful.
To have some plain fake bodies. And when he initially pulled up to the crib, he ain't do nothing. In fact, he gave his parents a hot spring vacation just so they leave the house. Yo, moms, pops, neither one of y'all could have called. Actually, not even that. They were having this whole happy family night, making excellent food and things of that nature, enjoying the family time. And you telling me your eldest son not even a thought on your mind? Y'all couldn't wait till morning to go to that
That is true, though. How come y'all were doing that without it?
Anyways, we fast forward to when the prime minister...
That's a good point.
Whatever he's yapping about. But that's when Shimazaki appears on stage. I'm telling y'all right now, this nigga is cold. The bodyguards gonna pull up and just get embarrassed. This guy is blind, by the way. They gonna pull out the guns. Then he shows him that he's got ultra instinct, and he's doing this just cause bullets don't hurt him anyways. But not only that, he also got instant transmission. Didn't that
this
the
nigga-
prime minister was the easiest thing.
So this nigga trained under Kakarot. Okay. So his power is, I got Goku. I train with Goku. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand
That's
why
the best
people
power.
like that don't have superpowered bodyguards. But he randomly gets dragged away. The entire area gets bombed. Not even a slight scuff on the fit though. And look who it is. Taruki pulled up.
It
That's
takes a lot to scuff a fit this way. That's what I'm learning. It takes
Zim
a lot.
bombs the area again. Tries to grab him, but he's gone. Guess who? And I don't know if Taruki
classic
has his
Yoka.
power tucked in his duffel, because when was he able to do this? But he ends up losing him again. Oh my, his back is destroyed. He gets sent flying. Grabs a mouthful of dirt real quick. Damn,
He's
he
gone.
ate straight fence. He looks up and bro is gone again. So he decides to make a multi-layer barrier.
With that
Oh,
weird
this
ass
is a
stance.
cool little trick. And this punch came from the Earth's core. Yeah, this guy's a problem. So fast forward to when they split up into groups.
Pure
The
bubble guys.
group up top is the diversion, while the group down below is trying to sneak into the boss HQ through the sewers. But unfortunately for them, Shimazaki was gonna let that slide. Meanwhile, we get to see what Lil Bro and Redhead are doing, and we find out that Redhead is the son of the boss, and he's actually against everything his father has done. Didn't he just pull up on the team downstairs? You telling me y'all got beat that fast? So Lil Bro was like, you go ahead.
You don't know what
I'll
movie
handle
hit
this
him with.
guy. So he pops a smoke screen. It's instantly swiped away. And I can't imagine how annoying it is to fight this guy. Take your eyes off him for a second, he's gone. This dude got sent through the entire house and went straight into the parking lot.
Golly!
What you looking at? Kicked him right in the
Oh
dome.
my God.
He tried hitting him with the cars. Good try, little nigga. So far, bitch. I know something broke. Then he's gonna grab the hair, and just when he was
Nah, his weave game is unmatchable.
gonna end him, the squad pulls up, and every single last one of them is ready to jump. Shorty gonna tackle him out the building, and she think he's gonna let himself go out like Raditz. Well, you better watch your back. Then Taruki over here spawning in explosions. Excellent sneak.
Nice,
And
nice.
imagine grabbing this nigga
Nice.
1 second, and then next he got a stop sign on your face.
Damn.
You get a first person POV of dude
Blicky,
watching his
Blicky.
boy get beat on.
Blicky down.
See the exact moment when he started panicking. You know you're supposed to shoot the gun, right? Bitch. Then look how you just kicked them off the building. Now they gonna try holding him still again, but that shit ain't gonna work. Then Taruki gonna alley you
Come here.
hold a homeboy, but this guy is going out of his way to be disrespectful.
I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. This nigga weave is too potent, bro. It's too potent. Ain't nothing y'all gonna
He
do.
didn't have to do that, but I respect it though. Then it just cuts to him putting 2 bullets in the same guy. Then everyone runs
Wait.
in, but dude gets smacked with 2 of his teammates. This guy gets his cranium palmed. I don't know how this guy's still alive, but he actually grazed him with a bullet. That's when
Nice,
Taruki
nice.
was like, oh, I get it now. So if he can't detect the attack in advance, then he can't stop it. You know, you're a little too smart. So he grabs his head, eats the wall, eats the glass, and now
Damn.
in the sky. He said, let me practice my new combo real quick. Hold this kick, flew straight through the building. He going ISO on his dumb ass.
Mixie.
You going back to the top. Yup, that back broke. Make that a double back shot. Well, solid food is no longer.
Oh my God.
Knee to gut, elbow to spine, out of my face. Hold one more for good measure. My guy Taruki was getting cooked, but it ain't gonna be that.
There it is. You look like Naruto, like a motherfucker in that frame. Hold
That
on.
Taruki was getting cooked, but it ain't.
You telling me, bro, you give him 3 little stripes right here. That's not Naruto? That is specifically Naruto, man.
Gonna be that simple. Easy reads.
Nah.
Ooh, almost got you.
I also respect the fits in this show. One thing I've noticed about more modern anime is they respect drip. They respect fits. That's one thing that wasn't really a thing back in the day. These niggas is drippy. And they have different outfit changes and shit. Yeah, respect. You know what I mean? The most swag we got was like in something like Dragon Ball was like I mean there's a few saucy people like Piccolo during the driving test was a little saucy. That Vegeta Bagman pink shirt, too much sauce. That was too much sauce, man. They still try to recover. That was straight marinara, bro. But other than that, niggas was not very saucy. But
Ass. Hey, that data pack is downloaded. You better find something new. If you want to run to the face, say what? What?
Bang, conscious.
In the half court line. Oh yeah, off the top ropes. Get your ass
Yeah,
down.
now they really sneaking.
What I call jumping. Hold this right. Bro,
Yeah,
right
these
here.
good sneaks.
With the airstrike, but don't think it's over though.
Good sneaks.
Yo, Black T should have windmilled that shit.
God. Woo! Woo!
But unfortunately, he locked in immediately. He focused on only those with powers. Everything else got ignored and proceeds to rock everyone on the field. He was confident that losing to anyone here is impossible, but he felt a certain someone's presence, and that boy
Yup,
was
took
pissed.
my pull up money
But he's
over.
not the only one you should
MOB.
be worrying about.
My man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Homie with the suit, kind of that dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Just another day's work for the GOAT, and he ends up giving up.
Punched on him,
Type
didn't he?
of overpowered entity who can completely hide his own power. And when Mob pulled up, that just sealed the deal. He felt the difference in power with him. He was like, yeah, the boss is the... He ends up giving up.
Punched on him,
Type
didn't he?
of overpowered entity who can completely hide his own power. And when Mob pulled up, that just sealed the deal. He felt the difference in power with him. He was like, yeah, the boss is the one trying to take over the world. I'm just trying to have fun. Just trying to have fun? You put all those lives in danger just for that? Are you serious? That boy was so scared he ran away. Yo, every single person Mob has faced, he's checked them into submission. They don't even want to
You're
be
sweet.
no more when they see him.
Oh, God, I just said that. Mob is on straight timing. If there's one thing about him, bro, he strike fear, man. He's scared of Mob,
Now
boy.
they was ready to fight the final boss, but Mob was like, look, I'll go in alone. No offense, but you'll just get in my way. So he goes in, runs into this guy.
That's a little weird mistake after they definitely just kind of beat that guy for you. I mean, yeah, he was gonna come back and but like they kind of was touching him up a little bit. You can't just act like.
Long story short, he cooks him, but now we finally up to the boss. And he wasted no time to grab the skull and knock him down. But he said it's time
I hate
to
his
rock.
eyebrows.
Unfortunately, it ain't gonna be that easy. Hold that. Follow up with that left. Guard break. How did y'all get in this position? That one punch took y'all 10 feet in the air, and he put him in an infinite backflip loop. Then he proceeds to pick him up by his skull. The grip strength you gotta have for this shit. Right when he was gonna finish it, the GOAT made his return.
There it
And
is, my
obviously,
man.
this guy is way too strong. Even Mob couldn't handle it. So there was only one thing to do. Will you let me join your side? I can easily persuade Mob to join us. With both of you on the same side, we'll be unstoppable.
Huh?
And me, there's other
Nah,
powers
he
you have besides
he
these
tricked
me,
him.
and I'm the one who mastered it. Bitch. Well, it was a good try. With both of you on the same side, we'll be unstoppable.
Huh?
And me, there's other
Nah,
powers
he
you have besides
he
these
tricked
me,
him.
and I'm the one who mastered it. Bitch. Well, it was a good try, at least. Yo, good thing this guy put up, and not
Woo! Good
might
thing.
actually have better talk no jutsu than Naruto.
I ain't gonna lie to you, the dude right there, I like him.
Every single
Chinese
arc from episode
brain.
1 is now on his side, but trying to kill Reagan is unforgivable.
Yup. A lot of you, the dude right there, he the dude. I like him.
Every single arc from
Chinese
episode
brain.
1 is now on his side, but trying to kill Reagan is unforgivable.
Yup.
He could even
Now he MOB. There's a difference between Mob and MOB. This is MOB, money over bit. Yeah, right here. This him. Yup.
He didn't even
It's
care
Mob.
about what Mob had going on. He went straight back. Foolish. He blocks the explosion. Someone caught their fall, so Mob went straight back for the boss.
Oh my
But
goodness.
this guy is only using 10% of his power and smack Mob down like he's some random. So they started boxing for a little
Nah, not
while,
MOB.
gradually making them use more power. And this dude Mob is laughing. He is having a totally good time.
My nigga Mob.
Smoke is gonna conveniently cover him. Huh? Where'd he go, head ass? Doesn't this feel great?
Always
There's
behind
no one on earth who can compare to us. And Mob got a big smile on his face, but when he seen little bro, he realized he's losing himself. But this nigga does not care at all. He said, yeah, we had a little moment, but we are not friends. So he goes 50%, but Mob said, hold this planetary devastation.
Damn.
But it ain't over. And y'all know when the eyes go full white, they are not playing. Clocks Mob, grabs the leg and he goes flying through
No,
the
this
villain.
animation
But
got
for
fire.
whatever reason, when villains
It's
fight
cartoony,
someone
but-
strong, they never want to finish them off. They get really addicted to fighting them, and that's usually how they lose. But Mob was like, nah, I'm done. I'm not strong enough. I give up. Then Boss starts tweaking out, started spamming attacks on him. I give up. There's no helping you. No matter what I say, you won't listen. And you can't tell me Mob ain't trying to kill him right here. There's no way he just knew he was going to survive getting his entire body twisted up. So he finally got pushed enough to go 100%. And that blaster knocked bro out of Super Saiyan. But he locks back in, barely stopping it. And then we see the boss
Nah, I'm locked in right now.
all levels of intimidation. His Broly back ass is on all fours growling. With a slight Ghost Rider cosplay, we are not scared no more. So they gonna clash fists. Both gets knocked back. And not gonna lie, he was low-key on Mob's ass. But I guess he couldn't handle his own power, so Mob capitalized on that shit. But he had way too much energy, was gonna explode. And if anyone got hit by that, they will die. So he tells everyone to run away. But he stood back just in case. He decided he was going to contain the explosion. Then they had this little talk about life, how Mob thinks power is cool and all, but they don't fix everything. And his words triggered Boss into a flashback. He realized what he had and how he messed it all up. And that's when Mob made up his mind. He decided that he was going to try and absorb his power so he can apologize to his family. And it looks like everyone survived, but that wasn't a normal explosion. That explosion caused a giant broccoli to spawn. Anyone
What?
the boss survived.
What?
He got the chance to apologize to his son. He also found out that his wife still thinks about him. So that's something to keep him going, I guess. Even though I doubt he's ever going to see the light of day again.
40-minute video is outrageous. Oh my goodness. We really did it. We really reacted.
Rest and break. I'm back. And when I'm back, I'm with a mission, so.
You know how long I've been pushing this off? Yo, Cat, Ray, Mob Psycho. That was fun. That was fun. That was just hard to the heck. I was locked in. I got locked in. Hey. Shout out to Kevin. I know he's got like 3 more videos that are like longer than this.
Bro turned his arm into a cannon thinking he's Samus. Started spamming the shit out of Kid Bird. And then they get in the elevator and he tries to fix the... Hey, yo, what the fuck? Bro turned his arm into a cannon thinking he's Samus. Started spamming the shit out of Kid Bird. And then they get in the elevator and he tries to fix the... Hey, yo, what the fuck? Greetings once again, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all back to the asylum. Our very special
Damn, Smack. I beg your finest pardon. Run that by me again, little bro, cause that's how we starting it, huh? That's how it is, Cheese Mania. Is this how it is? Fine. I mean, I guess. All that means is I come far in anime drawings to where people say, "Yep, conventionally attractive." It's wood. Sorry, my brother. Nothing to be sorry for. It's just understandable. Other than that, how are you doing today, Cheese Mania? Let's see. Anyway, nice drawing. Thanks. Comes in and the first thing he says, "Hot damn, wood." Peak fiction. Okay, so it doesn't look clean. I can see the issue already. Looking at it now, what the heck did I draw? You know, maybe it was a mistake making this leg extremely big here. I don't know what is and isn't proportionally correct. Right quick, let me check something. So it starts off as this. Yes, the details are gone, but... or some of the details. Then we move on to this, and then now we're going for this. Which is, you know, the same as this, just more refined and much better. Why am I... here's my question. Why do I continue to downplay my own skills when I made this from scratch? I keep telling myself that, well, just because the sketch doesn't have this much detail, then you're still bad at art. Maybe it's the mentality that's the problem. Good progress. Anyway, Toodles, that's interesting. Comes back, progress. Yes, bye. But he didn't say it normally. No, he said, Toodles! Hi there. Sneaky Jules! Greetings, young one. Or old one, I don't know. And I frankly don't wish to know, so. Am I just going back on areas? Yes. Emotes.
Supposed to be intimidated by a man in a flower suit? Like a little rose from the garden. Your voice is soft, but your shirt is loud. You're going to wear a muscle shirt, get some muscles first. I bet you can't do 100 diamond push-ups.
All I'm hearing is diamond push-ups. Yeah, stick in. I don't know how they got it, but we got a comedian Megatron just chilling in the background. We could have Stick and Mortimer yelling in the background.
Oh, French! Now who do we have
rest of us might get caught up in your mess, and then we'll all become unwitting victims as well. What kind of horrible villains will you bring down upon us? What demon? What kind of idiot are you, Kato? You just gave away our whole strategic advantage. This was our chance to finally pull ahead of that class full of idiots. I heard a little rumor about Class 1A. Two people! You had two people fail the licensing exam, you loser! Only one in your class to fail, just like in the
Crazy.
How was it an answer? Yes, he was right. That match really was over in just 2 seconds. I wonder if his build quirk is the ability to tell the future. Hey, wasn't Class 1A supposed to be so much better than us?
Shit.
Wait, that's not my skill. Oh, hey, is he the exchange student?
Hold on. We just have psychotic laughter.
I heard Class A is doing a concert or something for us. That's so cute. But to put it bluntly, Class B's stellar performance is going to make you wish you hadn't even shown up. You should make sure you come prepared. And you wipe the tears from your eyes when you realize how superior we are. Hey, did you hear? The license exam has a 50% pass rate. That means your entire class might fail. I heard some of Class A is taking extra courses. Does that mean they actually failed the final exam? That would be so embarrassing. Especially since you must be so much better than my class. All of you must be wallowing in shame. Oh, sorry. Your head's so big that it's hard to miss. Oh, right.
Let's see. Get these bloody insolent bots out my Twitch chat. Man. Hi there. Did you finish?
Not you concede.
Huh?
Not you concede.
What?
Not you concede.
Oh, okay. I thought you said not your chicken. Houston, we have a problem. Good Lord. Excuse me. Hello there, Lama Lace Diona. Don't, ho? No, Donia. Donia. Sonia, Donia. But you can pronounce it, maybe. I fumbled, butchered. I broke your name into words they probably didn't even exist, okay? Hi there. Ow, that pop was devious. How many on Twitch? We got 209 on Twitch. Donia. How are we doing today? My ears and call me Llama. Okay. Llama. Just said my ears. Is something extremely loud that I need to fix? Because maybe it's like too quiet in the stream and then bam, burst of thinking whatchamacallit volume. Please go back. See how many unnecessary belts she has? But that's how ZZZ does it. My brother play and he's angry. Well, can't blame him really. I've been there before. Let's see. Oh, so it's not full. Okay. This burns. Each time your arm accidentally slips and now you're all of a sudden in this Windows menu. So first off, other than that, how have you been, Llama? We've been going at it for about 2 hours now, surprisingly, and yet I'd still want to continue. Now, if we were to do something like this, hypothetically speaking, all of a sudden, oh crap. First off, we gotta clean this a bit. Cleanse any mistakes I see. There's a lot of hair going on here, so it'll be hard to see what's happening. It's only fair. Next up, Sin check. Yep. Huh? Nope, think I might be Sandry. We are one subscriber away from 400. So if you are watching, please, I beg you, hit that subscribe button. Help us on our journey to become a partner with YouTube, even though we're lazy as hell, but we'll get there one day. So if you are watching, you could kindly do the liberty of hitting that subscribe button. Of course, if you are not enjoying the content, by all means, you don't need to, but it helps out a ton. So, guys, line art. Is it done? I don't know. Let's go work on the ears a bit more, like this area. All these updates failing.
second warning. If you choose to continue watching after this point, that is entirely your fault, and you need to live with your silly life choices. So as many of you know, I was in the Minecraft movie. Some of you may have recognized me, hopefully many of you didn't, because oh my goodness, did the costume department and the makeup department do enough from me. But as many of you may not know, unless you were really committed to reading the credits, I also helped with the pre-production of the Minecraft movie, doing some idea formulation, creating concept Minecraft builds, and helping Jared's ridiculous ideas actually function in the game. By the way, Jared Hess is the director of the Minecraft movie. He also directed one of my favorite films, Napoleon Dynamite, which is why I'm wearing my Mumbo for Mayor t-shirt. So let's start things off with Midport Village. The first scene that I got from Jared Hess was the crew walking through the village, and Steve is pointing out various ridiculous builds that he's constructed. And the key here is ridiculous. These were meant to be fast visual gags, things that the camera can hover on for a couple of seconds as Jack Black announces what it is, confused faces from the crew, and then move on. Wow, the last time I opened this well was nearly 2 years ago. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. This is meant to be my lightning-powered chicken cooker, and yeah, as you can see, it's impractical. It is impractical, but it's working well. So we've got Brian the house robot, who is utterly useless in every single way. A little pointless machine that a baby villager could be playing with. I think this was a squid juggler, but unfortunately, squids don't survive very long in this contraption. This is the chicken fall, which is incredibly morbid. I actually put in quotes above this video clip. This is the overrun from my chicken farm. Thought I'd make a feature of it. Half a chicken song would have been very different if this was actually in the movie. The donkeys riding bats experiment chamber, Minecraft inside of Minecraft, and the infinitely hungry monkey. So I guess now's a good time to say you don't recognize any of these builds because that scene got completely changed. And to be extremely clear, that's the point. I was hired as someone who would prototype a ton of builds and a ton of concepts and throw a bunch of ideas at the wall and see if any of them stick in any meaningful way, knowing full well that 99.99% of them wouldn't. But on the topic of things that stick, let's take a look at some Minecraft traps. Jared and I were talking on the phone and we were spitballing ideas on how we could use cactus in a trap. And Jared said something along the lines of, what if we could just shoot the cactus at someone, which I personally found hilarious. So then I created these two machines here. This one's a nice and simple one. Someone walks over the picture plates and cactus get fired out. I also gave this alternative, which involves slime blocks and fires the cactus at a much higher velocity. And this actually ended up in the movie. While they're down in the redstone mines, Jason Momoa steps on a pressure plate, activates the cactus launchers, and gets absolutely nailed. And while I was in New Zealand, they allowed me to actually test the magnetic
Who? No.
No.
Dealing with technical difficulties, so. And besides, artwork. Artwork. So.
I think you were putting me over here because I heard yard work. I'm like, what?
After Jason
What do you mean by
Momoa
that?
steps on a pressure plate, activates the cactus launchers, and gets absolutely nailed. And while I was in New Zealand, they allowed me to actually test the magnetic cacti that stick to metal plates that go under your clothing. Now, after Jason Momoa gets hit by a bunch of cactus, he then walks onto a slime block and gets launched up into the air. Now, one thing that we did play around with is Jason Momoa being bounced off a ton of different slime block launchers before hitting the ground, but the single hit ended up working better. I did design a few other traps which were almost meant to get Jason Momoa, but he kind of just about escapes, and I think they work well, but definitely the cactus launchers are the most fun, non-lethal trap. How can piglins fly is how the unexpected phone call from Jared began. This was one of my first ideas, so we've got a piglin in a boat riding on top of a ghast, which, to be fair, isn't far off what they ended up going for. Another up. This was one of my first ideas, so we've got a piglin in a boat riding on top of a ghast, which, to be fair, isn't far off what they ended up going for. Another option that I came up with is a contraption that equips the piglins with elytra, even though they can't put them on themselves. The machine can do it.
Alright, guys. We're probably very close to calling it, because look at it. Line art is almost done, and frankly, I'm tuckered out, to say the least. Almost 3 hours. No, just 2 hours, 30 minutes. 3.5 hours. No, 2.5 hours. Okay.
drying fabric, trouble drying clothes, bending points. Oh yeah, in this video we are going to solve that problem right now at our tutorial.
So, what am I afraid of with this drawing? Simple answer. I don't know how to draw a bed, let alone blankets, let alone pillows, let alone mattress, let alone anything. She's gonna be resting on a bed. No, not a flower bed. We're gonna have flowers on the bed. But as for her resting on a bed, no. No, resting specifically on a bed of flowers.
The first thing that we need to do, and it's the way that I always start my tutorials. Search for reference. Reference is going to guide you. Reference is going to show you the way. First of all, we need to understand one simple word, and that word is move. Movement. I like to move it, move it. Remember that song, okay? We like to move it. That's what is happening with this fabric. It's moving. Okay, how can I show you that it's moving? Let me create another layer just to show you exactly how to understand that, how to make it perfect in your artboard. Here we've got a point. Here we've got another point. And from these 2 points, and with the force of gravity, everything's just okay, not that color gaps. Everything's just falling down. Falling down. And since this is a fabric, it's not something too heavy that we go like swoosh down. It's giving it curves, you know? It got its curves. It's like, okay, oh, there's the way. I know we got the way. Bye bye. Yeah, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Oh. Gravity, everything's going down. That was to make a way in, and there was a little rock right here. Do you know how I would do?
Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapin, Mahajahapin, Mahapajahin, Mahapajin, Mahapajahin, Mahajapin. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapin, Mahajahapin, Mahapajahin, Mahapajin, Mahapajahin, Mahajapin. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapin, Mahajahapin, Mahapajahin, Mahapajin, Mahapajahin.
Imagine having a favorite pillow. You probably just insulted at least 1,000 people in here, because I can guarantee there's somebody in here right now with a sentimental attachment to a pillow or a blanket. I remember when I was a kid, I had my little blanket. It was a white, brown blanket, always carried with me everywhere when I called him blanket. So did, I remember that. My pillow is named Curtis. What? Your pillow is named Curtis. The crazy part is that it's too specific for him to be joking.
Hey, shout out Curtis, man.
Now I need to figure out a job below. I feel like the first step in the right direction is drawing a pillow first. But I'm too tired for that. Yeah.
Try being my size, Amy. Don't know how it is. There's stuff you can do. You want to be baby about everything. Baby, you're the damn baby. Grow up. You first. Bitch, I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Try being my size, Amy. You don't know how it is. There's stuff you can do. You want to be baby about everything. Baby, you're the damn baby. Grow up. You first. Bitch, I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid. Try being my size, Amy. You don't.
We got Enderman raising up players. I just like my art teacher.
Don't tell me what to do. Alright, I didn't want monetization. How should I color my drawing?
Marcia.
To be honest, there is one simple answer that I always respond with in that case. Whatever looks good to you. If you like the look of a medium, you should definitely pick it. Like, for example, I always hated watercolors. I couldn't stand painting with them. But I always liked painting with them. So I wouldn't taught myself how to paint with them, and now it's actually my favorite medium. I mean, obviously, some people can't afford some mediums financially. That's why this tier list will have a couple of rules or criteria on how I rank them. So obviously, like, I'll also rank these mediums by versatility, meaning how easy various styles and looks. There's obviously handling, meaning how much of a pain it is to learn and use this medium, and also results, because obviously you can get results with digital art that you can't exactly get with chalk or whatever. Also, speaking of, I only rank mediums that I have used before and thus have experience with. Alright then, let's rank some mediums. Like a sun. First up's acrylic. Pretty sure everyone knows that. You've probably used it as a kid at some point. School projects, crafts, maybe weird stuff on cardboard or rocks. The cool thing about acrylics is it sticks to almost everything. Like some years ago, Amazon commissioned me to paint a computer case, and I figured acrylics could work out, and I was a bit shocked about how hassle-free all of this went. I've even customized Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or other trading cards with baseline. It works and sticks to everything. Handling is super straightforward. Open a tube, grab a brush, and start painting. So it's very easy to get it. It's not like with watercolors where controls are harder than a prop software game. Acrylics work just the way you want them to. But this is where it gets interesting. It's hard to master. Acrylics dry up really fast. Like really, really fast. Compared to oil paints where you can just keep blending and tweaking forever, acrylic forces you to be a bit more decisive. This fast drying also makes blending a bit more of a pain sometimes. If you want smooth gradients or layered color work, you might invest in something like a wet palette. It keeps your paint workable for way longer. I'm not sponsored here, by the way. It's just a genuine lifesaver because wet palettes are soaked with water. So that means while working, your color stays wet, doesn't dry out. I've got a whole art supply list with all of that kind of stuff I use. My wet palette's also linked in there in case you're curious about where to get one. But once you figure out the workflow, once you really get a feel on how acrylic behaves, you can do pretty much anything with it. For real, I follow artists that do some mind-blowing stuff with acrylics, so it's not like this medium's just for, you know, painting rocks. Now, about the price, it's tricky. I started out using cheap acrylics and worked out fine. But when I started doing bigger projects, especially for bigger clients like Amazon or Sony, I actually did notice a difference. Good quality acrylics just hit different. They are way more vibrant, have a smooth application, better coverage and opacity. So yeah, it can be budget friendly, but if you want really good results, you don't feel the price tag. So overall, it's not the perfect medium, but it comes pretty goddamn close. Solid, versatile, accessible. That's why acrylics land in A tier for me. Alcohol markers are super popular in the anime, manga, and comic front. I used them for like 5 years straight and collected way too many of them. The big downside here is that the well-known brands like Copics are stupid expensive. But even if you buy cheaper ones, you still have to buy a lot of them because you need to buy all of these color by color. So you want to have something that's a slightly brighter green, well, you gotta buy it separate. And at this point, if it's just about the price, I get why you just won't use watercolors because you can easily achieve the same look with just a fraction of the price. Especially because you obviously have to buy these colors one by one, so you can't mix them to your liking like you do with other mediums. The only real advantage of markers is coloring in flat areas. That's the main selling point. But watercolor and other mediums can do that just as easily without the big price tag. Markers are super limited. Compare them to other mediums. Like, sure, you can do blending with markers, but there's a reason why there are dozens of tutorials just about how you can get a smooth fading with markers. You know how to get a smooth gradient with watercolors? Like this. You know how to get a smooth gradient with digital art? Like that. With alcohol markers. This is kind of a science in itself. That's why there are so many tutorials on just this one topic. Honestly, when I think of marker art, I don't think of incredibly big rendered art. I think of stuff like this, like colored pencils on top of them. That's what I did for some time, and the part that looks great here are not the markers. Here the art, only real plus here is it's easy to fill in areas smooth. And that's something other mediums can do just as well. So yeah, detail looks nice, but not worth it. If you're unfamiliar, gouache is kind of like a mix between acrylic and watercolor. I personally like to use it for effects or finishing touches in my pieces. And you probably know this medium already from social media, because without gouache, all of these Ghibli-inspired landscape artists would probably be unemployed. I've tried painting only with gouache a few times, but honestly, I just can't do it. The handling here is a huge issue for me. After the paint dries, the color looks totally different sometimes. Sometimes darker, sometimes lighter, depending on a case-by-case basis. I just can't handle that. And then sometimes you can't even layer properly because the paint isn't always that opaque. Like sometimes it is, but other times it isn't. I just hate the way this happens. That said, objectively, it's a very solid medium. You get a lot of colors for a decent price if you pick budget ones. You can also change styles, like you can get a watercolor look by using more water, or a flat 2D style using less water. Everything mixed.
Do you know except many other girls also have a crush on Naruto? My boy Naruto has impressed many girls with his knucklehead ninja skills and his talk no juice. Who are these girls? Okay, let's find out. The first one is Shino. She is the priestess of the land of demons. We have seen her in the Naruto show. Naruto rescued her from enemies at a waterfall. At that moment, suddenly she got a crush on Naruto. At the end of the movie, she really asks Naruto to help her make a new priestess to pass her powers. But our poor Naruto couldn't even understand what she really meant and agreed to help her. Next one is Shizuka. She is one of the beautiful girls in the entire Naruto series. She was destined to marry a student of Jiraiya that can defeat her as per the traditions of the village. Naruto changed this girl's perspectives and heart with his talk no juice. However, at that time, Naruto really had a dumb crush on Sakura. That's why they didn't end up together. The last one is Furuka. We all know what she really did to Naruto. It's better not to talk about it. Do you know, except Hinata, many other girls also have a crush on Naruto. My boy Naruto has impressed many girls with his knucklehead ninja skills and his talk no juice. Who are these girls? Okay, let's
The sexiest.
Interesting way to start a conversation. Alrighty, I'm. Wait a minute.
Endless meaningless AI replies and hate tweets on Twitter, random unsettling reels on Instagram, entire AI videos on YouTube, and who knows what else. Dead internet theory is looking a lot less like a theory. Every website also has their own version of Gen AI, sloppily integrated into it for whatever reason. It's so odd to me that AI is being forced by every single tech company ever. And for what? Why do I need AI on my YouTube studio to generate an empty response to a comment? Who is this for? Why even be a YouTuber? Odd to me that AI is being forced by every single tech company ever. And for what? Why do I need AI on my YouTube studio to generate an empty response to a comment? Who is this for? Why even be a YouTuber if you can't even produce a human written reply to one of your supporters? There's even an ability to generate AI thumbnails and scripts, which is wild for a website dedicated to artists and creators. It's mind-blowing that these companies are so okay with using Gen AI, but also not super surprising at the same time. It's just disappointing. And it's not even perfected yet. None of this is even close to being perfect. Constant misinformation being spread. But as soon as companies saw an opportunity to use AI for more clicks on their website, the floodgates flew wide open. Nothing on the internet is safe, with nearly 200,000 YouTube videos being trained on AI. Apparently, over half of all sentences on the internet have been run through AI models. Half of all sentences. Seriously? And now AI is even being trained on itself. When will it end? And it's not just going to stay on social media. Something that happened not too long ago where AI forced its way between artists in the real world was the Pokemon TCG illustrations on Suggest last year. People could draw some Pokemon for a chance to be featured on cards and win cash prizes. However, there were several entries that seemed off. They seemed really glossy, mistakes that a human would make. They were all entertaining that was slightly different with each new submission to bypass the entry limit. People did some investigating, and it turned out that these entries were in fact AI. In an official art competition. Are you kidding me? I thank the Lord that Pokemon actually disqualified these AI submissions, but this is already a big stepping stone to how Gen AI is creating artists in the real world. And even while he was writing this script, it came out that there was AI concept art on the Sonic 3 movie. Why? How would we even get cool as an artist when you don't make art? Like, what is your unbelievable? According to a survey taken by 300 CEOs in the gaming industry, around 90% of video game companies are using generative AI. When did this become acceptable? And I've barely even mentioned all the privacy issues that come with AI. Apart from your data being stolen and trained on, there's also deepfakes, AI images and videos, heck, even voice recordings of people doing incriminating things for anyone to freely generate. Celebrities, children, friends, family, or even you. This is horrible. This needs to stop. You think we should put some kind of regulation on this? No, what can go wrong?
For artists, web studio means quickly becoming the go-to YouTube programming profession.
Did you know that training ChatGPT 3 has the same amount of power to run hosts for an entire year? But not just one, two, or even 50. 130. 130 houses. You would need to watch 100. It's projected that the AI demand will require 4.2 to 6.6 billion cubic meters of water withdrawal by 2027. To put it into perspective, that's more than the amount of water that Denmark, an entire country, uses in a year. Maybe we should give some water to the 2 billion people that don't have fresh water. Actually, no, I'm sure that Candle AI needs it more. Oh, wait, that's an actual thing. Okay, remember how I said that AI isn't perfected yet? I lied. It's getting a lot better really fast. It feels like every day is a decade of advancement for AI. Look at this. This is the progression of AI videos in only 2 years. Sure, not too long ago, most people could differentiate AI. It's getting a lot better really fast. It feels like every day is a decade of advancement for AI. Look at this. This is the progression of AI videos in only 2 years.